Hello and welcome to 15-Minute Gamer. It's a Ubisoft game which can only mean one thing. It's an open world, and here's my impressions of The Crew 2 on the PlayStation 4. So while you look at the idiots you get to play as in this game, take on the American motorsports scene as you explore and dominate the land, air and sea across the entire USA with a wide variety of cars, bikes, boats and planes. Compete in a wide range of driving disciplines and select from one of these idiots which nobody wants to select with no character customization at all. Before we start, I thought I'd just show you this. So if you buy the Crew stand, you get the game. The Deluxe Digital, you get the game and the Motorsports Deluxe Pack. If you get the Deluxe Retail, you get the game, the Motorsports Deluxe Pack, the in-game map of the USA and some family stickers. But if you get the Gold Edition, you get the Season Pass, the Motorsports Deluxe Packs in the game. Or if you want the full thing, it's the Motor Edition. See how many different editions just for one game? And if you want everything, it's going to cost you $94.99. So now that we've covered that, we can go on to the game. Now, the Crew 1, for those who didn't play it, I didn't enjoy too much. I thought as a single player experience, it was lacking in a lot of ways. It was designed and much better when you're with friends. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's what it was designed for. But a lot of people, you know, I don't play with people a lot of the time, and my time, I tend to be on gamings when I can be on, not when someone else can be. So I tend not to play multiplayer games, as you've seen on the channel. There's not very many on there. But the Crew 1 was lacking for me in a lot of ways. I did play it because it was free. I remember picking it up from the Ubi store for free, and I was like, give it a go for free. So when this came out, I was a bit reluctant to give it a try, but I left it in my Boomerang Rentals basket by mistake. I didn't even want to play it. But it came, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a good chance, a good play. I was off this week, so I had plenty of time to play it, review it, have a look, give my impressions, and see if it's something you should be picking up or not picking up. So here it goes, let's talk. The first thing I'm going to say is the graphics are unbelievable. The graphics are lovely. When you're driving around somewhere, you'll look and just go, wow. It's incredible. I think it's possibly one of the best graphics games I've seen on console. It's just incredible. Not always. Mainly though, when you're flying around up in the sky, looking over skylines when it's going to night, when there's snow conditions, when there's rain. The textures on the vehicles just all look absolutely incredible. That's not to say it's all good. It can go pretty bad at times. Some of the textures are very, very low resolution. Like, you'll get up close to a building or landmark and just be like, what's that? It looks like something from the PlayStation 1 or 2. It's terrible. However, if you think about the scale of this game, you're talking about the whole of the United States, obviously scaled down. Most of it is incredible, and there's been several times where I've just been driving around or, you know, having a race and just going like, wow, that's impressive. And there's not many games that get you to do that, so I suppose when you look at it that way, all the vehicles look stunning. The reflections on them are just unbelievable. There's sometimes when you go into photo mode and you almost could be looking at the real car in the real location. I was driving past Mount Rushmore and there was a photo opportunity and I took the photograph, and honestly, it could have been a picture of Mount Rushmore with my plane in front of it. It was just incredible. The cutscenes are also, as you can see here, really well done with graphics and stuff like that. And yeah, graphics, very, very impressive. Sound design, the music's very pumping, it's very good. I like it. The cars, the planes, the boats, the ambient effects all sound very good. However, my good God, the voice acting and some of the things the characters say are terrible. I don't know if it's again just because I'm getting a little bit older, but some of them I'm just like, well, you just shut up. I don't care what you're saying. And when you're doing things like on a track, like you'll hear the announcer in the background going, you can now get food from the stalls, or security, could you check? And you just think, I don't see why that needs to be added. And it doesn't like phase in now. It's the exact same volume, you know, like you're not speeding past the speaker, like not going quiet and loud. However, when you got your screeching tires or you're doing a drift race, the ambient sounds and the sounds of the car inside, outside, on the bonnet just sound incredible. The sound design is really, really good in this game as well. So while we're watching me have a bit of a drag race here, so you're not drag racing against anyone else, you're just drag racing against a ghost. And that happens quite often if you're doing an objective or drag. you're against a ghost car, not a real car, so you can kind of see that objective in there. So you do have your standard point-to-point races, you have lap races, you have drag, you have motocross, you have everything going on, and there's so many different type of races. On top of that, you also get free mode as well, which is what I'm doing here. So I've just taken off from my home, and this is Miami in front of me. So just look at them graphics, they're just amazing. And in free mode, you can do what you want. You can go anywhere across the country, anytime. Nothing is locked off. Some places can be a little bit difficult to get into, and just like, how do I get into there or there or there? And you know, but generally, nowhere's kind of locked off. You can go from one end to the United States and to the other straight away as soon as you turn the game on. And you've got this map, and just to show you the map, that's the map. On there, you can see all the events you need to do that you have done. You can even see locked events as well. So I've done about 30, 40 events. I've got 16 unlocked at the moment. And this map is live. I can zoom in like I am now and see cars just driving around. And if your friends are on here, you can see where they are on the map. You can see where other players are on the map. And if you want to do a race, you don't have to drive to it. You can just click on it, click travel to, and it will take you to that location. I'm pretty sure the Crew 1, you have to kind of unlock cities. On this, it's just all unlocked for you. You can go anywhere across America. And I've watched some gameplay videos of some people doing it. I was tempted, but I don't think I could talk for that long. But yeah, that's the map. And you'll do races in like all these different locations. So this one is in Las Vegas. So you can go see I'm going around the Venice section. However, these little boats, oh my god, they're so hard to control. And you have lots of different disciplines, from just normal cars to boats, and different kinds of boats, different kinds of airplanes, different kinds of... So you don't just have a normal car, you have a rally car, you can have monster trucks, you can have everything. And unfortunately on PlayStation, some of my video footage seems to have gone. I'm not sure why. I did have some monster truck footage on here. The hardest by sure for me is drifting. I am terrible at it, as you can see from here. And you just got to hit a certain amount of points. So it'd be like hit 10,000 points, and you've got 2 minutes to do it. I give up. I'm terrible at drifting. It's one event I just couldn't get my head around. What I did find is when I went inside camera view, it was a bit easier. So from when all this footage is being captured, I do tend to be inside either cockpit or bonnet view now, even with the motocross. But there is motocross as well. I would like to see this a bit more in depth. Like, it doesn't matter if you do a front flip forward, like, you don't seem to win any more fans. I would like to see you being able to do stunts as well, like maybe a stunt section, but I haven't found that yet. It may be somewhere in the game, but you know, it's not something I found. And then there's aerobatics as well, so you'll be up in the airplane and it'll kind of tell you from there. Just to talk about free modes, you can change into your vehicles at any time. So I'll put this in here just to show you. So I can be a boat, and I can go to dry land and become a car and crash into a building. As you can see there, I just kept ramming it, trying to get past. And then with one click of a button, it's the right stick, you can turn back into an airplane again, or back into a boat. And you can select your favourites, so you can have a favourite kind of aeroplane, and a favourite kind of car that you want to transform into, or favourite kind of boat. So there's a lot to be done there. And I just love the way you can do that on the fly when you're just driving around. And if you're trying to enter a competition that you haven't got the right vehicle for, it'll automatically transform you into the vehicle you want. Yes, it's not very realistic, granted, but it's a lot of fun just to be driving around, messing around. I haven't included much footage of me just messing around because, well, even though that's a big part of the game, it's more about the racing and stuff like that for me, which is going to keep me entertained rather than just flying around. So let's talk about the racing itself. The racing is usually very, very close. Unfortunately, this is controlled via rubber banding. For those who don't know what rubber banding is, basically if you're behind, the cars in front will slow down. And if you're in front, the cars in front will speed up. So there's quite a few times where you'll be pretty much first, getting up to the finish line. Then just 2 or 3 cars will just pass you, even though you're going as fast as you can. And you've overtaken them previously. Also, same, you might be 4th or 5th coming towards the end, and you can win. And I don't like it. It's like Mario Kart almost. It's like, you know, it's almost like the green shells are coming to get you. However, the AI is pretty aggressive. It doesn't stick to lines. It doesn't make many mistakes. I'll give it that. I've seen it crash off and stuff. Generally, if you crash, you can get caught up, and there's a lot of things to crash into in this game. There's trees, there's bollards. Some things are destructible, so you'll crash into something, go flying through it. The next thing you crash into is like a solid structure, and you'll bounce off or just stop. And that can be a little bit annoying. But on the whole, the AI and the racing and all that is all very good. It's very cool. When you finish, you get a little bonus, and then you get these little loot drops that drop, and it's like, ooh, you got some loot, and you'll go and get it. And your objectives are normally finish first, finish third, like there, reach top 3, which I passed, or like reach an objective is generally. Then you'll get followers, because it's all about followers now in this modern world, and then you'll get some money. Then some loot crates will drop, just drive over them, they'll fly into your car, and then you get some upgrades. So how the upgrades work is they come in these packs, you get up epic and stuff like that. This bit you see on screen now is just that I went up a level, so I went from rookie to popular. Then you go to famous, which is where I am now, and then there's one above that, and you get money for going. You get new disciplines and stuff like that. We're going to come back to disciplines in a minute. So what you do is you get these parts for your car, and all the R's are numbered parts. So you might have a part number 22, and you'll unlock a 24. And all you do is shove that on your car, and your car will go a little bit faster, brake better, and that's all it. And it's very disappointing, to be fair. I would like seeing a lot more about that. Or I think it was the Crew 1 where the car sort of exploded and you could see the parts going on. I would have liked to seen a little bit more. You just kind of click and put them on. And we're going to come back to that in a minute, and I'll show you how that works. Here's what first person mode's like, kind of like on the bike. I just included this just to show you. It's still achievable. If you get motion sickness, probably not best, but I found it a lot easier because I was able to miss obstacles and stuff easier was in this mode. But you can see that I was kind of ahead. That guy just jumped over me. I don't know how, but rubber banded. Now on to a really cool bit of the game. So what you do is when you unlock a new discipline, you go into a certain area. So when you go up a level, you go into an area, and you go into these cool areas where one's like street racing, one's extreme sports, etc., etc. And all the cars you can buy, this is where you get them from. You have to go to the HQ to buy them. But all the cars are on show, and you can test drive them. You can see what they're like. You can select different cars into the areas. You can only select the ones you've got, so you kind of go in. And the cars, it's just, again, look incredible. The only downside is the cars can be a little bit expensive, and you can't change their class. So you can't turn your car into a drag car or a monster car. So if you buy a Dodge Viper, for example, and there's a Dodge Viper drag car, and you need a drag car, and you like Dodge Vipers, you have to buy that. You can't change your Dodge Viper into a drag car, for example. So you have to buy it maybe 2 or 3 times, and they're not cheap. And you don't get much money for finishing a race either. Some of the rally cars are 300 or 400 grand. I've been playing a long time, not really spent too much, and I still need 150 grand to get my rally car. So yes, I think it could have been a bit nicer with the money. I guess that's because there's a lot of microtransactions in here. Yes, there's loads. Even though they're charging you for all these different things, there's microtransactions galore. They're not shoved down your face, but I also think the game could have been made a little bit better for you to get around these microtransactions. But I think they're in there to stop you progressing and get money off you. So this is the parts thing. So you go in, you can see there, that was a 43. I put 49 on. There's no Ponce or ceremony going on. It's just, there you go. There's a 47 on, and then you see the stats increase or go down. And that's it for installing parts. There was not much else to say on there at all. I was hoping for a little bit more on that, and there just isn't. I was just, put your parts on. I was hoping for maybe the car to go, boom, I'm better now, or anything like that. You just put the height. There's no sort of strategy to putting the parts on. It's just, meh, I'll put that part on, and meh, I'll do that. And that was a little bit disappointing for me. So I haven't talked about the story of the game. There isn't one. You're basically a street racer, and you want to become the best by getting the most followers. That's it. That's as exciting as it gets. The first one was like a revenge story, and it didn't quite work. But this one just went, we don't need a story at all then if it wasn't that good last time. And they just haven't bothered. They just haven't bothered at all putting the story in, which is a bit of a shame. So the next bit of the video is just about to come up is just car customization. That is in there. Again, the options are very nice. There's a lot of different options on there, and you can download liveries from the store. There's no microtransactions there, I don't think. But of course, You can unlock things with money that you've earned in the game, or you can buy UB credits or something like that. See there, it's like two different values. One's the money you earn in game, one's like a credit which you can buy. And again, that's what the game's like all the way through. But there is a lot of customization options in the cars. All the cars can be generally customized. The aeroplanes and boats can't be. They can have different liveries on, but that is about it. So, I've talked for about 16 minutes, and that's the game in a nutshell, really. It's good, looks good, sounds good, its racing's pretty varied, there's lots of different vehicles. Unfortunately, it's underpinned by a microtransaction system, and it's greed in a lot of places. It's a sort of game you'll put on for maybe half an hour if you've got some time to kill. It's not a game I can spend hours and hours playing. There's just not enough there to keep me occupied. The variation of the races just isn't quite enough. I would like seeing a few more crazy events in there. There is things to do like slalom courses and stuff. I would just like seeing a little bit more on race variation. Is it worth getting? I would watch this video, see what you think. It's a very hard one to say. It's sort of a middle meh. Some people may love it, some people are going to hate it. I'm just in the middle. I don't mind playing it. I enjoy playing it when I'm playing it. But when I've turned off, I don't want to go back onto playing it. And I can turn it off straight away after a race. I'm not wanting to come back for more. So it's just one of them games where check it out, maybe when it's on deep sale or rent somewhere. But I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.